Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be making chicken samosas. We're first going to start off with the filling for the samosas. Here I have 500 grams of ground chicken mince, a handful of mint, salt for taste, a handful of dhania coriander, a teaspoon of thyme, a tablespoon of garlic and ginger, 2 green chilies chopped up, half a teaspoon of cumin, a dry chili broken up, 1 star anise seed, and some onions which I've chopped up, a medium size. So we're going to start by braising this. In my pan here I have some hot oil. I'm going to drop in the dry chili and the star anise seed, and we're going to let that fry up. A little bit of chili that's there. Once this fries up for a bit, I'm going to be dropping in my onion. Let's give it a stir. Now while this is frying, I'm going to drop in my garlic. Let's just move this around. Okay, that's softening up. I'm going to be putting in my green chili and my cumin. Let's just give this a good fry. It smells amazing in this kitchen at the moment. Once this fries up, we're going to drop in our chicken mince. Now this has fried up nicely and the jeera powder has fried. I'm going to be dropping in my chicken mince. I'm going to mash this down. I'm going to let this fry up for a bit. Chicken takes a short while to get cooked. It's not like meat. As you can see, it's already turning to a whitish color. Just going to give it a stir, and we're going to let this cook for about a minute. Now I'm going to add in the salt after a minute, and we're going to let this cook. I'm going to cover this up and let it cook for another 5 minutes so everything's cooked down. Now we're going to check our mince. Okay, let's just give it a stir. So it's cooked down nicely. Okay, now to this I'm going to be dropping in my thyme. Let's give it a stir. Okay, it's going to cook for another 3 minutes until all the water has evaporated, as we don't want a soggy samosa. So another 3 minutes more. As you can see, it's dry at the bottom here, but the excess water from the mince I actually wanted to evaporate a bit more. So 3 minutes more and we're ready to turn the heat off. Okay, after our 3 minutes, you can see it's nicely dried up. I'm going to switch off the heat and empty this into another bowl so it can cool down. Then we're going to be dropping in our coriander, dhania, and our mint. Okay, so I'm going to empty this out now. I have emptied it out into my dish to cool down. You can see the steam still coming through. And I've picked out the dried chili and the star anise seed. So once this cools down, we're going to add in our mint and our dhania. And then we're ready to fold our samosas. Okay guys, now that the mince has cooled down, I'm going to be dropping in the dhania, coriander. I'm going to give it a good mix, as well as all the mint. Now we're just going to give it a good mix so everything gets blended together. The mint, the chicken, the dhania. We have a very dry texture, which we want, because if it's a bit too wet, then your dough is going to become soggy. It'll take a longer time to dry. Now that everything's mixed up all together, we're going to start filling in our samosa pot. I'm going to put a teaspoon in here because we're using a teaspoon to fill. Get rid of this. In my bowl here, I've got 4 tablespoons of plain flour. This is going to be the paste for sticking the samosas. Just adding a little bit of water to make a paste. It's too thick, adding a bit more water. We're looking for a nice smooth paste. Give it a good mix. You need a bit more water. As you can see, it's still a bit too thick. You can judge when you're dropping in your water. Make sure you mash up all the rocky bits. Get a nice smooth texture, more like a pancake batter. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. And there we have it, guys. Our sticky mixture. Then mash it down a bit more. Nice and smooth. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, again I'm going to be using store-bought pastry. This is 500 grams of Fatima's pulp. You can make your own pastry, but like I've said before, it's quite a process. I'm just going to take it all out of the package. I'm going to wrap it in a damp tea towel so that they don't become hard and break while we're trying to fold them. I'm going to put them in a tea towel next to me here. I've taken out a few. I'm just going to lay them down. I'm going to do a few at a time. Just be careful, they get stuck together sometimes. Let's do as many as we can. The rest we're going to put back into the damp dish towel so we can use that as we're going along. Okay, 2 ways of folding. We can put in some onto our pastry. Step a bit more. Just put it all together, the center of our pastry, and we're going to fold one triangle. Because this mince is so loose, it's going to be falling out, which is fine. Let's put it back in there, fold the edge in, fold the side. Then we're going to grab our paste. Apply some there, use your finger, spread it out like that. Make sure you cover all the edges so that they stick properly. Place it back down here, give it a fold, fold again. See, it's nicely, that's the time that's in there, but they stuck nicely. Let's do another one. triangle, paste, all the edges, place it down here, we fold. There we go. The other way I told you guys is we fold, make our triangular shape in the pastry, place it down, fold, one fold again, and then our paste. Just going to use my finger there, spread that out, all the edges, and we fold. Same pattern. You use whichever side you think is easier. Filling and then fold, or fold and then fill. Totally up to you. Make sure you don't overfold your samosas, as when you're frying them, they will burst. Fold and paste. So we've got 4 done. I think about maybe 50 more to go. There. Do the rest now and we'll be back. Here guys, our chicken samosas all folded. I've managed to make 40 of them. They're all double layered. They're 40. I'm not going to be frying all of them. I'm going to be frying a few, and the rest I'm going to put into dozens and put them into the freezer. So now it's time for us to fry them. My pan here, I've got some hot oil. Just going to be dropping them in. Do a few at a time. That's as many as we can put in for now. Let them fry for about 40 seconds on each side, and then we're going to turn them. The first one. We don't want a too dark color when we're frying them. Just going to turn them slowly so that each side cooks inside. Pastry is well cooked, not a raw dough. So it's bubbling away here. Try to do it on a medium heat so you don't burn the outside and the inside is uncooked. Give it a turn again. You can use any dipping sauce of your choice, but we prefer mayonnaise and a chili sauce. Mix them together so they're not that hot, or plain tomato sauce and mayonnaise. Once they're done, you can see they've browned up nicely and it's nice and crisp. So I'm going to be taking them off the heat, and we're going to let the oil drain off. Nice and crunchy. Grab the rest of them, as many as we can. Oops, and some water. Grab the last 2. Just gonna place that there. I'm gonna switch off the stove. Here we have it, guys, our chicken samosas. You can see the inside is well cooked. The pastry as well is crispy on the outside. Now it's time for us to sit back and enjoy these goodies. Until next time, guys, bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you next time. Bye.